Hello. Yeah, that's right.
That was actually cute. I liked it a little. Okay, go ahead.
What's good, guys? Welcome to A Couple's Things, where we touch on a couple things, hence the title and the name. So yeah, we got 3 topics that we're gonna talk about today. As you know, if you follow us, we do a little poll on our IGs. So you guys pretty much choose between 6 topics, and then we pick the top 3, and then yeah, we talk about it. Talk about a couple teams. So the 3 we're gonna touch on are: should you remain friends with an ex if you're in a current relationship? Boom, boom, boom.
And the second topic is pro-choice or pro-life, which is a tough one. And the third is
marijuana.
Mary Jane, weed.
Weed, the loud pack. I don't know what else.
All right, guys.
Reefers.
So we're gonna start with: should you stay friends with an ex while in a current relationship? I want to hear your thoughts.
I don't know. It depends. Honestly, I think it's a complete dub. Like, they're an ex for a reason. That's why there's an X on it, not a check. Because that's it. You're done with them. Xing them out of your life. I don't care how long you've been friends, how long you've been dating, whatever. If you start a new relationship, you can't bring, I don't know, past bullshit into a new relationship. Or just, why even have a reason to fight with your current partner because of an ex?
Exactly.
What do you think?
I think it's a big fat no. Of course, there are certain circumstances where I feel like it's okay to be cordial or like say hello. If you do hang out, it should be a coupled thing. Like because there are some people that they are there are some people that are like completely over a relationship, and so they remain friends.
Yeah, but that person might not be over the relationship.
Well, that's true.
They're trying to be sabotaging your relationship,
and that's true.
low key.
This is to touch on your point, because this is you. I'm cool if you were friends before lovers.
If you grew up with that person, like say you grew up with that person, they've been in your life your whole life almost, and that was like always your close friends. You became
That's a recipe for
bit.
Disaster.
Yeah, but you can't just cancel somebody who's been out.
You can though.
Life. But
that you have to put in place.
You both know that you have no feelings towards each other.
But you just contradicted everything you said 3 minutes ago. You said it's a complete dub. And that you don't know if that person is still pining for you.
Like I said, and that's why I'm further explaining.
Please continue.
That if you had a relationship with that person, that they both know the boundaries, you haven't been intimate in forever. It's not like I'm the person after that person, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like they've been your friends way before you ever did anything together, before a relationship, and then you realize it didn't work out, and then if you remain friends with somebody that you dated, you obviously ended good, and you obviously on a right path, because nobody ever friends with an ex and it ended bad, or one person liked somebody else, or vice versa. That never works.
I mean, but here's the thing. It's weird. Okay, you are still friends with the girl that took your virginity. She is a family friend.
Yes.
You are 100% okay with it, regardless of my feelings.
It's not something that she's there. She's always gonna be there.
Yeah, but what if that made me feel uncomfortable?
There's nothing I could do about that. There's absolutely nothing I could do about that situation. She is friends with my sister-in-law.
So basically, I just have to fold and deal with it.
You have to, yeah, because there's no way I'll be like,
but shouldn't it be my right to say I don't feel comfortable with it?
You can if I was like chilling with her and shit. We just see each other. We're cordial. We're all cordial. We're all adults. That shit happened when I was 17, 35. Like, come on now.
Okay. I mean, I'm cool with it in the sense where as long as there's no hanging out.
She's a fan.
There's no hanging out one-on-one. That's fine. We gotta keep it real, right?
Yeah, that's the only ex. You have any exes still around?
Only one.
Who?
And I don't mean like around, like we hang out. It's Jonathan from high school. That's it.
Jonathan from high school? What the fuck is that?
The one that has a baby. Jonathan is my first love from high school. He had a baby. And he.
The first I'm hearing is Jonathan.
No, it's not. I have showed you pictures of his kid. You're bugging. He wanted us to go on a double date to STK. Do you remember that now?
Okay.
We've been friends since I was 15 years old. And then we were together when I was 7.
Oh, that's another 17. Point. As long as that person has a person too.
That doesn't matter though.
That does matter.
Let me explain something to you.
Like a wifey, like been together for a minute, not just like got a boo thing type
No,
shit.
You want to know why that doesn't matter? Married people cheat with married people, okay?
Make somebody feel more secure if they
course.
have somebody else.
Of course it will. I don't know.
It's a touchy subject. I don't know. There's boundaries to everything. Like, you have to be friends with the person before. You can't just be dating and then, we kept in touch and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And this relationship this friendship is so important to me. No.
What do we determine is an ex? Like, were you guys together for 2 months?
Like, it depends. It depends all about how you felt for that person, because 2 months you could fall head over heels for somebody.
Which is true.
Or you could be together for 7 months dating and you never really had feelings. Y'all would just, whatever.
Okay, true.
So yeah, it depends how serious it was to you or the other person.
Are you friends with any of your exes right now, aside from the girl that took your virginity?
No.
On social media?
No.
At all? Okay.
You? Well, obviously.
Only Jonathan. That's it. Everyone else is like gone. We just have a respect for one another. It's not even close to like that.
I don't know. It's weird. Just being around anybody that been intimate with your partner.
It's a problem. Hence, this is a great example. And it has nothing to do with ex really, but it could be someone that you messed with. You messed with someone and we were supposed to go somewhere yesterday and you still wanted to go.
Yeah, but because it's for the person that's
but you said you wouldn't want to be around.
But we're talking about friends with the person. We ain't talking about
but that's being around the person though.
I'm not even friends with them. I'm cordial because
she's
friends with my friend.
Get it, but do you think that I want to be around a girl that used to sleep with you?
I mean,
exactly.
Ideally, no.
Ideally, no. So why, regardless of what the hell is going on and who you're doing what for, what would make you think that I would be okay in the situation?
You know what it is now.
The point is, I just said, do you think that I want to be around a person?
All right, it's not about that person. You're focusing on the wrong person. You got to focus on the birthday girl.
But nobody wants to be around the person.
I don't want to be around it either.
Okay.
But I'm going to be around her to be with my friend.
You could be with your friend another day.
It was her birthday yesterday.
Okay, and people don't take people out for their birthdays on days they can't make it?
I guess.
You act like you can never make it up or ever see her again.
I could be around people I used to fuck with and not feel any type of way.
Okay, but this is what I'm trying to say for the audience. There are people out there, I'm not just talking about us. There are people out there that do not feel comfortable with it. And they're sucking it up. Sometimes I do, yes. And they're sucking it up for the likes of the person that they're with. What if you work with them? What if you work with your ex while you have a new relationship? Work with the individual that is your ex currently. You're working on maintaining a friendship, but you do have someone new. How do you work that out? Like, how would you work that out?
I don't know. It's just a working relationship. It don't have to be a friendship. It don't have to be anything super friendly or anything like that. Just be a cordial working environment, working relationship.
That's what I thought. I'm telling you right now, it would be such an issue for me. It would be the biggest issue because how would I know nothing
has been?
But that wasn't your ex. How would I know what is going on while you're at work?
You don't.
Exactly. That would be the scariest shit for someone to go through. And walk away.
Don't leave your man hungry. Make sure he's full when he go to work.
I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna pretend that you did not say that.
Make sure he ain't hungry.
You're not
he
saying
ain't gotta
that.
worry about nothing. I'm not just talking about like
You don't
sexually.
need that.
I'm talking about happy and good in a relationship. If you're good in your relationship, you're confident in your relationship, you shouldn't have to worry about any of outside factors. It should only be about y'all and trust that person around anything. I could be working in a strip club. You should be able to trust me.
I would be
Straight up.
single.
Hey.
I would be single.
If I own a strip club.
I will own it with you. I will own it with you. I will be there with you every night. If I am sick, I'm bringing the bed to the strip club too, with the nurse and the meds. Not the
maybe
case.
strip club is extreme.
Very.
But you get the point.
Alright, whatever.
Alright, this got a little heated.
This is nothing. Alright, let's
edit this. I'm gonna put the hands on her.
He thought.
Anyway.
Let's give me a kiss. Come on. Alright. You don't want to mess up my makeup. Let's get to the second topic, which is it is a lot.
I'm glad y'all picked this, man. This was like one of the things I just
I was
threw
actually,
out there,
I have
so y'all
to say,
picked the other one.
But I have to say, out of the two choices that you guys had, it was pro-life, pro-choice, and the Me Too movement. I really believe they would choose the Me Too.
Yeah, that's what I was ready for. I had my ammo.
Yeah. We'll
touch
save
on
that.
Me Too.
We'll save that for another time. But I just want to say that before we even move into this topic, we're giving you our genuine, raw opinions. There is no right or wrong here. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, and this is not to offend anybody. Again, this is what he thinks, and this is what I think. Pro-choice or pro-life? I'll let you begin. Which one do you fall under?
I follow pro-choice, but I have thoughts on pro-life.
Okay.
Just
Tell me
rebuttals. I feel like anything past the first trimester, I feel like that's already a living thing. I just feel wrong with abortion that late.
I will be honest, I was pro-life from the moment I knew what pregnancy was. And I would have been that girl with like the white freaking board going down the street.
Like, they have pinkies.
It's not funny. But yes, I feel like, who are we to tell someone what to do with their own body? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, and these are some points. Like, I was reading some things online. I watched some videos, some people's opinions and their views. And also, I feel like your experience through life is what helps you to make a decision. Because there are people that don't have to go through certain things. Here's where I don't support abortion. When you are like making up your mind, let's say you know you're pregnant, you always wanted to be pregnant, and then you just change your mind out of the thin blue sky for many selfish reasons. Like, oh my God, I want to support my lifestyle. How am I going to be able to do that with a kid? Like, I don't want to gain weight. I don't want this. There are stories like this.
Or like situations like you come from a wealthy home or a good brought up home and you get pregnant early, but your parents don't want the neighbors to know. Like,
yeah, so they force you into doing it and blah blah blah.
I feel like if you could afford to bring a child into this earth and like, okay, you might have been too young or made a mistake, but if you have the structure and the money to bring in a child and stuff like that, I feel like it's a selfish decision just to be like, oh,
but no, because what if they have the money but they don't have the mentality? There's a difference.
You have the mentality to fuck, right?
But when you hear, this is my point to that right there. I'm glad you say that. Consent to sex is not consent to pregnancy. It is not. So every single time that someone goes to have sex, they're not saying, ooh, I'm ready to get pregnant, I want a baby.
No, but the consequence. Be ready for everything that's going to happen. You're having unprotected sex, be ready to have
What about
AIDS.
Those that do?
Be ready to have
But what
syphilis,
about those that
be
do
ready
have
if you
protected sex? What about those that do?
Protected, then you ain't going to get pregnant.
That's not true, because condoms can break. Oh, okay, don't smoke a cigarette. You could get lung cancer. I'm going to say this. Everyone is entitled to do as they please as long as they're not doing it for selfish, malicious reasons. Mm-hmm. Now, if it is you got sadly raped and you end up stuck with a pregnancy of a baby that you, number one, did not want. Number 2, you did not want that sex that was forced upon you. Okay. Number 3, that memory along with the rape is gonna live on with you for the rest of your life, and it's already your mentality is already gonna be messed up when that happens. So number 1,
you could treat that kid like
rape.
garbage because he reminds you of every time he got raped, and then
dude, I can't even begin.
That kid is a freaking serial killer.
Ugh, that's 1. Domestic violence. Let's say you do have a kid and your relationship goes really fucking sour, or he beats you or something, and all of a sudden you're pregnant. You were never trying, you used protection, you follow all the guidelines, and you just happen to get pregnant, and you know that there's your life is already in danger. You're afraid to leave this person. There is a possibility you can have a freaking abortion there so that you can save whatever life that kid could have end up having.
If you're pro-choice though, you can't be like choose the choices.
What do you mean?
Like, oh, if you just keep saying different scenarios,
but
if you're pro-choice, then it's whatever that person decides.
It is.
No matter what it is.
No,
like,
I know. I'm just giving some reason as to what bothers me is that you can literally sit across from a person that is pro-life, and they just want, most of the time, from what I've gathered, it's a religious belief.
Mostly
and
old
it's
white men
faith.
telling you what to do with your body.
That's another thing. I have that. Where is it?
You got old white men, it says?
No, it says, no, why are men the ones that are making the choice between pro-life and pro-choice? Like, how dare a person that can't even get pregnant try to tell a woman what she could do to her body? Like, what she should do for the rest of her life with her body. It just...
I mean, if it's just anybody, but if it's the father and say, like, you
of course.
want
I'm not talking about the people that passed the bill that are trying to keep us from doing that. If it's the father,
do you think the father has say? Say the woman's like, no, I'm not ready, but
I
the
think
guy's
the father,
like, yo, I really want this, like, I don't care, just give birth and give it to me, like.
I think the father has a say, but he doesn't have the final say. Because and it sucks, because at the end of the day, who is carrying the baby? I do get that it could be that, you know, it's part of the man and all that. I get it. If it wasn't for a man, we wouldn't even be able to get pregnant. But does she want to go through that with her body? Your body, your mentality, everything changes.
I mean, I'm trying to touch on the pro-life.
Go ahead.
Just for the rebuttal.
Go ahead, touch some on pro-life.
But it's kind of hard. Like, I don't feel like anybody has a right to say for somebody else to do with their lives or do with their bodies, or just it's a woman's decision. It's a woman's body. It's a woman's choice. But I just feel like people go to abortion too quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Oh, I'm too young. Da 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 da. Stuff like that. But,
oh my God, he's not the one. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but like too young. It's like I've met people that given birth very early. You know, it just has to be. You have to have a good support system around you. You can still go to school. You can still do things in your life.
Yes, a baby doesn't stop you from anything.
No, it doesn't.
I agree.
It's gonna make things harder, but
it can still be done.
It could, and it could give you motivation too. Like, I'm not gonna watch this baby cry for food. I'm gonna go hustle, go do my thing. I just feel like it's just too much of a
cop out.
Yeah, not even a cop out. Just like a regular decision. Like, it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a life. Like, take that into effect. That it is a life. It could have had a life. It could have been the next fucking Einstein. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's just like, oh, I don't want Pepsi today. I'm gonna have Coke. Like, it's that type of decision. Like, it's too easy.
I'll say this though, on behalf of the people that do make that irrational decision. How old was I? When I was 21, I had my first abortion, and I was going to keep it. I wanted to. I found out when I was 4 or 5 weeks, and then I told the father at the time, and we were happy, or at least where I believe happy is supposed to be. And then I found out little things that got worse. So like the drinking was terrifying, and it was being hidden from me. It was being like, let's say this is Patron and this is a Coca-Cola bottle. Like, hiding it and literally pouring it into other things to mask that he was drinking. Got extremely violent. And then the living situation on top of that. We were living in a freaking room in a bunk bed with no doors. I was timed on when I can get up and go to the restroom, when I can shower, when I can go drink water or something.
Not an environment you want to bring a kid into.
Basically. And I have to say it like that because I feel like I'm trying to paint the picture for people to understand why I made that decision. Now, names were chosen. My mother's friend made me go to Target, and she was like, here's a list of things that you need for a newborn.
4 weeks?
Yeah, no, listen. This was like a challenge for me. Here's a list of things that you are going to need. I didn't have a job, neither did this person. And I had been out of work for probably like 4 or 5 months. I went to Target and started crying in like aisle 3. I will never forget it because I passed $100 on like 4 items. And it was a rude awakening for me. So we then made the decision collectively. Well, you know what? It wasn't collectively. I made the decision because I had to sit down with my mother and her boyfriend at the time, and we went and did it. And honestly, right now, today, it was the best decision I ever made in my entire life because I saw the downward spiral, and the stuff that I had to live through was terrible. Like, how would I bring a child into that environment? You know what I mean? So that person, not a care in the world. That's how you know. I mean, that's how I knew that person didn't care. They used it as an excuse years later that's the reason they changed and all that. But I went through withdrawals after it for probably 2 years. I kept the sonogram, and I literally would sleep next to it. Like, it was stuck on the wall under the bunk bed, and I would just look at it every night. And basically, that's a masochist. Like, I was killing myself even more with that. But that just goes to show that you just never know until you are in the situation. Also, there is a thing called pregnancy brain. You change your mind every day. Like, you go through these highs and lows of like, oh my God, I'm so excited and I'm gonna name them this and I can't wait to dress them in this. And then the next day or even in 2 hours, you're literally bugging out, wondering how you're gonna survive, if this is the right life for your kid to live. And I personally feel I made the right choice, and I believe that every woman should have the opportunity to make the choice that fits them best. Like, no man should ever tell a woman, or all the men that sit in the board and like are saying pro-life, like who are even all the pro-life people, who are you to tell someone what to do with their body regardless? Like,
I guarantee they 14-year-old daughter gets knocked up, they're gonna be like, oh, I can't have anybody looking at me.
Case, just imagine this, picture this, a pro-life protester, they've been pro-life forever, their child, God forbid, gets raped. Are they gonna force them to have that baby?
Highly doubt that.
I highly doubt it. You're gonna want the mental state of your child and for them to be able to live the best life possible. You don't want to stick them with a disaster like that. Like, that's a terrible commitment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna have the whole pro-life rebuttal, but nah, it's hard. I can't.
Did you change your mind a little bit?
No, I've always pro-choice. I was just wanted to have the argument, you know, for the sake.
I get it, and I get it. Yeah.
But
how dare men tell us what to do with our bodies and be the ones to make a decision when they can't even carry a baby to begin with? She said what men should do is just stop impregnating, in the sense of stop sleeping with women unprotected, as in the women you just meet in a bar or something. Men are so quick, even men that cheat or something like that, they're so quick. Oh my God, this is a great point. They're so quick to go and cheat on their girls, or just go have sex and be promiscuous out there in the world and not even think about, oh, you know what? HIV, STDs, AIDS, a baby. But guess what? The moment a baby comes into the world, I bet you money, what are these people in Congress? The minute that they have a sex with a mistress or someone that is not their wife, here's some money to take care of that abortion, but yet they're pro-life. So those are things that also make such a big fight against the whole pro-life thing. I'm sorry.
Only thing I'm saying is just know you have two options. If you have a good support system, no matter how young you are, or even if the guy's a fucking deadbeat and you know he's gonna be a deadbeat, just think if you're having a good situation, just know that, you know, it is a child at the end of the day. Just really think it thorough. Just don't be like, nah,
yeah, it's not.
I can't. I gotta live my college life. Like, just don't think about yourself in it. Think about everything. Think about that kid. What is that kid gonna be brought up into? If it's gonna be brought up into poverty and brought up into just a bad situation, bad household, I get it. But if you have a good backbone, like I came from a great family, if anything would have happened early, I probably would have kept it because I know that at the end of the day I'll be good. I had the support, yeah.
I agree.
And I've been through it. I've been through miscarriage, abortions, all that. And I mean, it's in God's hands at the end of the day.
Very true, baby.
And yeah, that was serious shit. Now we're gonna get some fun shit. But first,
yeah, re-up.
This is empty. It's cut for the edit.
I'm gonna take selfies. Alright guys, we are back. A little slight intermission. Oh, we are not back.
That we're gonna touch on just thoughts about it. Like, what makes it bad? What makes weed bad?
What makes weed bad?
So
Minorities smoke it.
Well,
They
are.
They get purple lips.
God forbid.
Let's see.
It's a gateway drug.
Gateway to munchies.
That's what it Giggle fest. Like,
No, let me be serious. There are some there are bad effects about marijuana.
Yes. When do you think it's too much? Like
too much is like you can't function without it.
correct.
So like too much, like if I eat, I gotta smoke before it just tastes better. Or after I eat, I gotta smoke after.
I gotta smoke to go out.
Yeah,
I gotta smoke to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta smoke when I wake up. That or smoking in the job.
Smoking in the job?
Smoking on a job, not cool. Like,
I don't know. You got the pens with the oils now, so like I see it all the time.
you see it, but it's not. Doesn't just because you see it doesn't mean it's a good thing to do.
It depends how you function. Some people might be better workers high.
Let me tell you something.
Or if
let me ask you a question.
Like in a customer service where people could get on your goddamn nerves.
How about a big fat no? Let me paint this
something
picture.
To settle you down.
Let me paint this picture for you. I look at it this way. When you sign documents to work for someone, what if when we have our company, do you want people under the influence?
As long as they can do their job.
No, I don't.
What's the problem?
Do it on your own time. Why can't you just, if you can't function without it, and if you need,
maybe it's not them functioning without it. Maybe
they just want to do it?
Yeah.
Why you need to do it on my time?
I don't know. You gotta work. We don't know how long they working. They work for 9 hours.
I don't
Maybe
care.
after their lunch break, they want to smoke a little bit, come back, and they still work just as hard.
What? You do it
know
when you
act.
are home. Absolutely
You can't tell
not.
somebody when and where to do it.
Yes, the fuck you can. When it comes to a place of business, you definitely
it depends
can.
what you're doing.
Obviously, I'm not talking about their rapper.
As long as
Google.
you're doing your job.
If it's Google.
As long as you're doing your job, you don't look high, you don't smell like weed. I don't give a shit.
Okay, I don't agree with that. I don't think you should do it. I think that that's why there are some places that give you drug tests, because they don't know how you get. You could tell me you only smile or you only giggle and get hungry, but I don't know if you're gonna give me you give me 100% when you're not smoking, and when you are smoking, you give me 75%. I want 110% all the time. So if you're signing with a really big company or whatever the case is. Of course, we know there are some jobs where it's okay. There are some
It can help
jobs.
your creativity.
Oh boy. Google.
Maybe that motherfucker does fries better high. The perfect amount of salt, the perfect, you know what I'm saying, with the wrist. Maybe when he's high, he does that the best. You don't know.
I can't believe you're trying to argue this. You're trying to fight with terms and conditions.
What you mean?
I don't care what you can do. When you can do something like that recreationally, do that shit on your own time, not on my dime.
It was on his break.
All right. Next.
Oh, we obviously don't agree on that. But we talking about the cons, right? So
Yes.
just lackadaisicalness. We could make you very.
I don't know, but it sounds good, babe.
Sounds good. So yeah, just the lackadaisicalness and impromptu-ness.
What is that? Impromptu-ness. What? I'm leaving that all in there. Just letting you know now.
No, the lackadaisicalness. Like if you just smoking and you ain't working, like, and you're just getting high all day just to pass time and play your video games, like that's
crazy. If you're losing money to smoke, if you can't afford your habit, don't do it.
If you're sacrificing shit just so you can have some weed money, stop it, slime.
If you can't afford your habit, don't be an addict.
That kind of rhymes. Yeah, if you have you're not looking for a fucking job because you just want to stay home, smoke weed. Like I've seen that. Like I lived in the projects before. I've seen that before. People just want to like sell weed and smoke weed all day, and then that's like their life goals. Like that's so corny. Like and like yeah, like this. If it makes you, it doesn't motivate. Like if it just takes away all your motivation, it takes all away your drive. Like then I'm completely against it.
I agree.
And if it's messing up your health, like fucking up your lungs, because you know smoking them Dutches like an idiot.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Low sperm count. I don't know.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. Okay, wait. I have a question. What do you think about women that still smoke marijuana while they're pregnant?
Whew. I don't know.
Can you look that up real quick? What like? I personally don't think it's a good idea. I would not smoke marijuana while pregnant at all. I wouldn't even drink soda. Like there's like a list of things that I wouldn't do. Weed being the top, obviously. Weed and alcohol. While he's looking that up, guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and share it with everyone.
Did some research, and yes, it's not good for pregnant women to smoke weed. It increases low birth weight, premature birth, small head circumference, small length, and stillbirth.
And this is not saying that that's to 100% of mothers that are giving birth, but it could happen to you. So why risk it? I have known people that smoke, and I've never understood it. I would want, especially when it's your first child, like, wouldn't you want to give that baby everything that you never put into your own body? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you don't want any drugs, alcohol,
you want them
anything bad.
to
I'm
be
gonna eat
pure.
good. Like,
yeah.
It's 9 months. Fucking don't smoke.
It really
for 9
is
months.
just 9 months. The people that can't hold off is like, come on, dude.
That's how you know you have an addiction. Like,
boom.
and yeah, that's another thing of the thing. Like, another thing of the thing. Just don't let it control you. Don't be an addict. Like, I'm not mad if you smoke every day. Like, as long as you're working and you have a reason to smoke and a reason to relax. Don't be smoking every day and you ain't got nothing to do. Like, that's all that is.
Couch surfing. Alright guys, now we're going to talk about the benefits of smoking marijuana. Baby, you have a list there.
Long list.
A nice long list.
We just want to do the rebuttal before to show you, the bad things of marijuana.
Yes.
Let's talk about all the good.
Can I see it? I have a list.
I don't need a list right now. I'll just go freestyle.
But
Of just the good things of marijuana.
con permiso.
First thing that comes to my head is just to relax. After a long day, I like to have a little joint and just relax. Watch TV. Food tastes better. You laugh harder.
I agree.
And it's just good to just sit on your own couch and just spark up and just chill.
Hurry up so you can pass it. Thanks. Also, it helps with cancer patients, of course. The government and doctors have more than enough evidence showing that it actually helps to fight different types of cancer. It can help with depression. I've heard that it helps with autism. One of the biggest for me is that it helps with my endometriosis. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, so I have, when I get my period,
Oh,
it's,
yeah. I thought it was a skin disease. I'm sorry.
no, it's extremely painful to the 10th
Yeah,
power. So whenever I do smoke, having it, it's not ready yet.
Just gonna... And it just makes you relax. It's not like drinking where like you're all riled up or you hype, like, because most younger people do that, or you want to fight. Like most people, when you smoke, man, you just want to chill. You just want to lay back, not do a lot of things. Also, it could help depression. It could help you eat.
Ooh, people that have ADHD. It helps you to hone in more. So it gives you more of a focus. I know, for example, I tell some of the best stories while I'm high. I've been told that by so many of my friends. Like, I have created so many things in my head while I've been high, and it's when I like to write. It's when I like to watch certain things because I become a little bit more creative. So I feel like it helps a lot more than it hurts.
And we could talk about just now the legalization in a couple states, recreational marijuana, medical marijuana is 30 states, recreational is around the 9. Damn, those are
only 9, I know.
9. I know it's like Colorado, Cali, DC, I think New England.
Yes.
But it makes so much money.
It does. Oh, I actually got how much money it makes. So, the lowest amount of money, this is just based on, I believe, 5
This is all
or 6
recreational,
states.
not all medical.
$17 million to $3 billion in revenue for marijuana.
I think Cali alone was like 2 point something billion.
Yeah, 2.39. That's insane. Do you guys think that marijuana should be legalized in New York? What do you think, baby?
Fuck yeah. Well, it depends. I do, but I don't. I do because I just want it to be legal everywhere and just everybody smoking. It's just the crime is gonna go down. Oh, you flicked it too hard, baby.
It was all ash though, hon.
Oh, yeah, but you just scrape it. You don't flick it.
I did scrape it. That was what the scraping did.
Cut. I don't want anybody to get arrested for weed.
Oh my God,
like that.
what are your thoughts on that? People getting arrested and put away
It's retarded. It's fucking weed.
for years, though.
It's
They're
weed.
getting put away for years.
That's why I want it to be legal, because I just want people to be released for fucking selling weed. Like, people are in jail for selling weed, bro. That's crazy. Meanwhile, this fucking pedophiles just get a blue dot in 2 years and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that it's there's a race issue with it as well?
Of course. Come on, man. They're not making more years on fucking white collar crimes. They doing mad years on low level crimes of, you know, weed and first time offense, selling coke or something. You get like fucking 3 years. Like, it's crazy.
Would you want to go
But wait,
into...
why I don't want it legal? I don't want the price to go up. That's the only thing I don't want to
Whoa, wait, the Dutches now? Let's talk
Yeah.
about that for a minute. So we went to the store and we went to go buy some Dutches, Game Greens or whatever. They burn slow. and they tried to charge us $14.99 for 2. This is now.
It's a New York law.
It used to be. It's a New York law.
It's for like tobacco, and you know how like cigarettes are super expensive. Now like doing it with like loose cigarillos and stuff like that. It's trying to tax fucking everything. It's New York, man. New York's the worst. Gun laws and drug laws and all the tax they put on fucking anything they want.
But we'll say this. We came up with a new thing because we used to go out and buy Dutches all the time. And we found on Amazon, what was it? It's raw. So they have pre-rolled.
It's cones, raw cones.
Raw cones. And we bought them in bulk. I think it comes with how many, babe? Like over 100? Yeah, it came with like 100 of them. And I purchased them maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago, and we still have over 50 left. So if you guys don't want to pay $14.99 for 2, go over to Amazon and check it out. Would you ever want to go into business if
What?
when we do
I just
get
feel like
legalized?
the floodgates gonna be open. Like everybody and their mama gonna be in the weed business.
Yeah, but I mean, would you do that with me? Is what I'm saying. Not like, hey, hope and dream. Would you like to?
I could just do YouTube and fucking grow weed for a living.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
great
with it.
living, man.
yeah. It'd be the apple of weed.
Apple of weed. How?
How? I have the
explain your
vision.
business plan.
I can't explain the vision to them because then someone's gonna steal my idea.
Mm.
But I will tell you when the cameras go off because I really do have an idea.
Any other benefits of weed? Oh, we didn't talk about the best benefit of weed. To me,
Tell me.
sex. What? Everybody knows. Shout out to all my weed smokers. Sex is amazing when you're high.
I agree.
Mm.
Like your sensation, sensitivity is heightened.
Yes. And dudes can last longer. Nothing. I'm high now. Look, now we're doing a show high. It's a whole different show. What is this show called?
A couples thing where we touch on a couple of things.
Mm.
So we touched on 3 things tonight, and
I thought we were still smoking about weed. I said smoking about. Talking about.
we want to introduce something new to our show, right?
Yes.
All right. So something that
I
we've
got
been
mine. You got
talking
yours?
about. I do.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Something that we have been talking about for some time now. We want to make our show something different. So we have to add something to it where it's our own little touch. And are we calling it Talk That Truth?
Talk that truth, talk that talk.
So Talk That Truth is where we state what
Talk
recently...
It, talk it. Talk it like you talk it. Talk it like you talk it. Mama!
I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this. Okay. We are going to be... What was I going to say? I'm too high for this. Talk on the truth. Things that grind our gears this week or yesterday. Something that may have happened, whether good or bad. So if you want to be part of our show and you have a story to tell and you're going to be raw and honest, please comment below or email us. And follow us on IG and Facebook, A Couples Thing. Go, babe. Talk that truth.
Talk that truth, talk that talk. Talk it like I talk it. Mama! Damn, I forgot. Hold up. Oh! Old hating ass dudes. Old hating dudes. That's what I'm noticing. Like, I'm getting older. Like, I'm 35. So, you know you old when you look at athletes and you see them like 35 years old, like retiring, or like, oh, he's at the twilight of his career. Like, oh man, I'm at that washed age right now. So, but so I'm just around a bunch of old dudes that just hate like young music. You know, like the mumble rap and all this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, but you just sound like an old hating dude. Like your pops that used to hate on the rap, the good rap that you liked.
Yes.
Like, oh, he's just talking, cursing and N-word this and
So true.
they don't talk about love no more. And now now we look like the older Haitian dudes. Like, yo, they don't talk about nothing. Oh, we used to sell the drugs. Now they the users and all that stuff and little this, little that. Like, yo, but that music's not for you. That music is for the young people. You like what you like, and that's it. So I'm just sick of you old hating dudes. Let the young people do them. You don't have to listen to them. It's gonna be popular because it's young and it's new. But you like what you like, and there's still plenty for you to like. You still got the Coles, still got the Kendricks, you still got the J-Rocks, you still got what? Nas came out with an album,
Still got the
Pusha came out
Beatles.
with an album. Listen, you have enough adult rap. Just let these kids live. That's it. It's not for you. It's for them. Like what you like and stop hating.
Go on, talk
That's
that
it.
truth. Okay, babe.
Talk it like I walk it.
I do.
Mama!
So now that I am 30 years old, I feel like I've been realizing how the world works and how we as people grow and are. And let me paint the picture for you, babe. Look at how you're 35, I'm 30. We've been through so many different experiences. We know what's bad for us, what we don't want, what we do want. We know how to spot a fake one from a real one within seconds, right? Then we have a kid, and that kid grows up, and that kid is 15 through 21, and every time you have a talk with them, they never listen to you. They don't believe you. They say you're bugging. They're like, my parents don't know anything. And that is who we were when we were that age, right? Isn't it crazy that we never listened to our parents? Like, they were definitely on the planet 30 to 40 years before we were even thought of.
Just a teenager in you just have to disagree with your parents.
And no, I know that, but it's
You
like,
think you know everything.
yeah, that's the problem. And that's what I just noticed. I'm like, damn, I really have been through some shit. And there are things I know. And my mom was right about absolutely everything. And how foolish of me as a 15-year-old to think she was wrong when she's been here longer than I've been alive. This is just a message, really.
Public service.
Yes, to all the women and men out there that are young, all of the people that are like 9 to 20 thinking they have the answer to everything and that they have to live through an experience in order to know that it's wrong for them. No, you do not. Like, literally listen to your parents. They know more than you do. You don't know anything. And I literally believed I had the answers to everything. And I would argue it to the T. I had no answers. So just keep growing. That's my truth. I've been thinking about it all week and it's literally been sitting with me, and I just feel like we need to stop being so freaking arrogant and self-absorbed and listen to our elders, because they do mean well and they do know. And that's it. We spoke our truth.
Straight facts.
You guys could speak your truth down below. New episode next Thursday at 11 p.m. 3 new topics, maybe a special guest, maybe not. Tune in, guys, and thank you so much. Hey, baby.
That's it. Treyway.
I don't know why you keep saying that.
It's for the young dudes. It's part of my don't hate the young dudes.
Oh, yes, okay.